Hi guys, I just wanted to share this Nightforce scope with you guys. This is the Nightforce Compact. This is the 2.5 to 10 by 32 model on the NSX line of Nightforce scopes. This is one of their two compact scopes, and this one is the variable power 2.5 to 10. And I gotta say, from initial testing of this scope, it is outstanding. It is, however, not cheap or inexpensive, but I do feel you get what you pay for with this scope. I am quite pleased with the quality of the scope, the ease of operation. I am very pleased with this purchase, and it was a lot of money and made it a little bit nervous. Am I going to really get what I'm paying for? And I got to say, so far, yes, I do believe we are. A little information about this scope. This scope runs a 30mm main tube. Its overall length is 12 1/8 inches. It's running a 32mm objective. Outside dimensions, overall, it's 1 9/16 inches. For a 10 power optic, it's fairly compact. This does not have a side focus or parallax adjustment on the compact model. This is to control turning on the illumination and adjusting the brightness of the illumination. It does have a focusable eyepiece. This is the lock ring for the eyepiece, so you can loosen the lock ring, adjust the focus so the reticle is sharp to your eye, then retighten the lock ring. The whole eyepiece does not turn on the compact. It uses a power ring right here, and you can see here I can adjust it from 2.5 up to 10, anywhere in between. Works very smooth. It's very easy to grip. It works fine. There is 11 different reticles from my count that are available on this compact, so you have 11 different reticle choices. Some of them are ranging reticles. The other option you have is zero stop on the elevation turret. There is no zero stop on windage. Windage does not come with a zero stop. But if you get the zero stop, that is on the elevation turret. Illumination on all Nightforce scopes, I believe, is standard. The way the compact works is a little different than the full-size models, is where this is adjustable on the brightnesses. There is no offsetting between each setting, so to go to off, you have to come all the way back down to off. And then you have on. The first on is the brightest setting, and then progressively gets dimmer and dimmer as you go down, and the lowest settings aren't even detectable with the naked eye that it's even illuminated. So it goes extremely low, and then it goes actually fairly bright. It does not go bright enough to act as a red dot scope during the day. So if you think this is going to be, I could turn that on, use it as a red dot, doesn't go that bright. But any kind of low light situation, it goes extremely bright in a low light situation to whatever brightness you do need. The battery is housed underneath this cap. This cap simply unscrews, and it takes a single CR2032 battery. So it's real easy, no tools needed to change the battery. It takes a single battery. Battery life is approximately 720 hours per the manufacturer's data. That's what they claim. So it does not have a feature after so many hours turns off. So if you leave this on, guess what? You come back, you're buying a new battery. It will be dead. So when you're done, remember to turn the illumination off. When it does illuminate, it illuminates the entire reticle. So the entire reticle will be illuminated. And like I said, this has 11 different reticle options. The one I chose was the mil dot, which they run a hollow mil dot, so it doesn't obstruct your view at all. It's very clean, very crisp lines, no dot in the middle, just a very nice, clean, crisp crosshair with the hollow mil dots, which doesn't obstruct your target, but allows me to use that as a ranging reticle. There are a couple different ranging reticles available, and the mil dot is one of them. Now this also is a second focal plane scope, which means the reticle does not increase as the power setting increases. The reticle does not grow. It stays the same size all the time, which is good for long range shooting. As you increase your magnification, your target zooms in, your reticle would also grow on a first focal plane, which is nice. I can range at any power setting, but then my reticle keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and on a long range shot it may cover part of my target. So this is a second focal plane, which means the reticle stays the same size. So hence the reticle is, if it's a ranging reticle, is only calibrated for one power setting. On the NSX Compact 2.5 to 10, it must be on 10 power to use the mil dots to estimate range. So don't forget that, and start measuring an object and you're at 8 power, your measurements are all going to be off. So you got to have it on full power for the 2.5 to 10 for using your ranging capabilities. Other than that, it works fantastic. The field of view on the 2.5 is excellent. The quality of the glass is excellent. Just a crystal clear, very crisp picture. Very pleasant to look through. Eye relief is a generous 3.7 inches. So very good eye relief. So it allows you some room to set it up. There are a couple things when you set up a scope like that and you're setting your eye relief. Make sure you have your scope on maximum power when you're mounting your scope and setting your eye relief. Make sure you do it on maximum power, because that's going to be the tightest range for your eye relief. On the 2.5 setting, your eye can be in or out quite a bit distance and still have a perfect scope picture. So when you're setting it up, make sure your scope's on maximum power, and you'll be quite successful. One thing that Nightforce does, and I believe it's with all their optics, the reticle is etched onto the glass. It's not a little wire reticle in the scope. So the reticle is etched in the glass, which does a couple things for you. It's going to make it extremely durable. It's going to eliminate any breakage. You're not going to have to worry about, I mean, if you had this on a higher caliber, 300 Win Mag or something like that, the recoil is not going to damage it because it's etched into the glass. So the chances of it breaking are pretty much zero. So this scope should be much more rugged and be able to take a lot more abuse, recoil wise and physical abuse, without damaging the reticle and causing alignment issues. This thing should stay relatively accurate. Some downsides I did see, since you do have 11 reticle choices and choice of zero stop or no zero stop, a lot of the scopes are built to order, so the scope won't be manufactured until you place the order. So there is some lead time. It took me 3 months from the time I ordered this till I received it. So that's the only downside I saw besides the cost, but I feel you get a lot for your money. So the battery's easy to change, 720 hours of life. Underneath the turrets here, I don't know if you can see this, both on the elevation and the windage, there are small lines marked 1, 2, 3. You'll have a big line with a number after it, and those correlate to how many turns you are, which helps you keep from getting lost on your adjustments. Like I said, like the elevation, you can get the zero stop, which I highly recommend. I've got mine set to where I can come all the way back down till it stops, and I'm going just past my zero by 3 clicks. So I go down and 3 clicks back, and I'm right, my zero's lined right up on my line. The windage does not have a zero stop, but it does have the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you can see exactly how many turns you are out, so you can keep track of that. You are going to need to, you can zero that after you've set the scope up. You can take the turret cap off and then align it to zero, put the cap back on, and then you can look at the lines, but you need to count how many turns and how many MOA or mils you are out, and make sure you have that written down, so if you ever get moved, you can get that back to zero. This is in MOA, it's in quarter MOA. It's also available in mils, so there you go, more options. The reticle, MOA or mil, zero stop, yes or no. So that's what some of the lead time right there. But if you like shoot, you want to use mils or MOA, either one is available. I chose MOA, The scope has 100 MOA of elevation and windage, so I really don't need any canted bases to be able to get out. Even after I've zeroed this and set it up, I still have a little over 47 MOA of adjustment to come up on that. So I should easily be able to get this out to 800 yards without running out of adjustment in the scope. No problem. I'll be able to easily adjust this to shoot out 800 yards, you know, so without even running out of adjustment in the scope. So 100 MOA of elevation and windage, really nice. Adjustable power rating on the reticle being etched into the glass, and I gotta say the glass is extremely high quality, very pleasant to sit and look through. I was behind the scope for quite a while before my eye started to get tired. I mean, my eye does get tired after I've been behind the scope for too long and I got to take a break, but the picture quality, the sight quality is extremely clear, very easy and quick to focus to your eye, very easy to use the power ring. Like I said, you do have the lines and the numbers telling you how many rotations, but then having the zero stop feature is excellent. Like I said, this is a 30 millimeter main tube, 32 millimeter objective. For such a small objective, it gathered a lot of light, it was a bright, clear picture. Could not be happier with the Nightforce. Let me give you a little shot of the other side of it here so you can kind of see on the windage and the elevation. Hopefully that'll focus. Absolutely a beautiful scope. Works fantastic. I wanted to try something while I was there. Once I got the scope kind of pretty much dialed in, I had it zeroed, which didn't take long to do at all. I wanted to check the tracking and see how this worked. So once I had my scope dialed in, I wanted to check the tracking on the scope. So I dialed this up 6 MOA. First I dialed it up 3 MOA, fired around, the round tracked straight up from my last round 3 inches. I dialed it up another 3 MOA. Now my round's hitting 6 inches above. I got a 3-inch shot and I got my original shot. I dialed it back down 6 MOA and it came right back down and hitting the same spot. So the tracking on it seems to be right on. So the illumination works great, the tracking, these turrets, I don't know if you can hear this, if that will pick it up. Extremely positive. If you turn it one click, you hear it, you feel it. There's nothing mushy about this. It's very crisp and just clean. Just snap, snap, snap. Works fantastic. So I love the feel of these turrets. Right back to zero. Even in the dark, I could set that back to zero. And like I said, I got more than enough MOA adjustment left to be able to bring this, you know, up out to 800 yards. So the Nightforce 2.5 to 10 by 32 compact NXS is a fantastic scope, great option for an AR if you're looking to do a little more precision work than just a red dot or just a standard fixed magnification. This is going to give me a lot more accuracy at distance. Being a 1/4 MOA, I should be able to dial this in exactly for what I want and be a lot more accurate on a longer range. So that's the Nightforce compact. Thanks for watching.